Hello beautiful souls and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aura and today I would like to talk to you about how insanely powerful our mind is. So without any further ado, let's dive right into it. The mind is so insanely powerful that just with a switch of a thought, you can turn your entire reality upside down. You can switch it all up. You can reset absolutely everything that you know and as you know it. But there needs to be willpower and there needs to be conscious awareness. Without willpower and without conscious awareness, there is no free will. Our mind is so extraordinary that it can be molded into anything, which is why we have to be extremely careful what it is that we are exposing ourselves to, our mind to. And why is our mind so powerful? Because from a thought, we create an emotion, and from an emotion, our body starts reacting, responding to that emotion. Your cells are continuously listening to you. They are listening to your thoughts. You give your body instructions every single moment of your waking state. The only time that your body gets a break from your mind is when you are in deep sleep and when you are in meditation, which is why these states of theta, delta, gamma, and epsilon are states in which we can alter and rewire our mind. It becomes elastic again. Our brain regains its elasticity. Studies have found that during these states, we regain the ability to do what we used to be able to do as children. Our bodies are able to reshape themselves. Because what happens is that we are born into a distorted system, and we come into this system as a pure soul. Our soul is pure, but our body is created from the DNA of our parents, whose bodies are created from the DNA of their parents, meaning that we contain the emotional and behavioral and thought imprint from 7 generations, all the way up to 12 generations of our ancestors, and we are playing out these behaviors through our bodies, through our minds, through our emotional system. This is also where the first 3 chakras are coming into play because they are tied to our physical body. The rest of it, though, is our soul. It's our own unique essence. So it's not your fault that the system is distorted. It's not your fault that you inherit certain imprints that are embedded within your body. And up to the age of 12, we are like sponges. We operate from the subconscious mind, meaning that we absorb all the information from everything that's going on around us. And we learn that to be the truth because our subconscious mind, and as children, we cannot differentiate between what's a joke and what is truth. So even if our parents lovingly say something that is harmful, thinking that they are protecting us, we are lacking the ability to discern these things, to tell a joke from what is literal. And this is how these bodies work. Your subconscious mind doesn't live in your mind. It lives in your body. It lives in every single cell of your body. It's your DNA, which is why when you are doing hypnotherapy or any type of alchemical work, you are reprogramming your DNA, you are reprogramming your body, aka your subconscious mind, to have a different answer that is more congruent to your core true self, to who it is that you truly are. And so when it comes to our mind, we learn that things are a certain way because we are told that they are a certain way. And the more we repeat that information, the more that we tell ourselves that things are a certain way, the more we start to act from that, as well as our body responds from that. And thus inevitably we begin to create that reality. But this is something that we can begin to understand only at a later stage in life. As teenagers, we do start to feel like we have a notion of that, which is why so many of us are rebelling against the norm, against what is, because we feel innately that something is wrong, that things are not supposed to be the way they are, which is why teenagers are rebellious. But people just say, oh, it's just a hormonal thing. It's just how teenagers are. No, as teenagers, we get to see through the veil. We see beyond the programming. As children, we see beyond the programming. But the system is created in such a way that we become desensitized. We become disconnected from ourselves. We become disconnected from nature, and our body is nature. So we disconnect from our body. We disconnect from the nature around us, and we give our power away to the system that has all these experts that know better than you what it is that you need, how you should think, how you should look like, how you should behave, live, what you should feel, and so on and so forth. They decide what is harmful and what is not. And the only way for us to get our power back and to get our sovereignty back and to start creating our lives, beginning to co-create our reality, because again, we live in a system where everybody has free will. It's just that most people are unconscious, and one can truly only have free will when they become conscious and aware of everything that's going on, and conscious and aware of themselves. It's about waking up consciousness in the body. And when you start refusing to participate in things that are not aligned with your core values, and you begin to live your life according to your core values, that is when you begin to truly co-create your life. And you co-create your reality in line with your higher self, in line with the universe, and in line with everything and everyone that is around you, because it's about bringing the all into harmony. This is why we are here. And once you begin to understand that, you can start using your mind as a powerful tool of creation, because it is through our everyday conscious mind that we actually create our reality. It is through our willpower to make a different choice, to change things, that we can begin to truly craft that which is around us. And we do so to a point that exceeds our current reality by far. There are countries and regions on this planet, including my home country, as I come from Romania, where people can see different beings, and they see them because they believe, because it is within their folklore, within their everyday reality, that these beings, such as fairies, for instance, or all types of spirits, they exist. Some countries even have laws for these beings, which don't exist in other countries. Our imagination is a tool through which we shape our reality. It's like a movie projector. When an individual or enough people collectively believe in something, such as elves, forest spirits, or certain events and outcomes, they begin to project this pattern onto the world. And over time, these patterns can become part of our experience. Some people perceive things that others do not because they have opened themselves up to layers of realities that others have not yet tuned into. The thing is that we do not see the world as it is, but instead we see the world as we are. Really, anything and everything is possible, and we are that powerful. I have created extraordinary things in my life, in my immediate reality, and I wasn't the only one to see them happen in real time. And I created them just within minutes because I put my mind to it. And I believed it so powerfully to be true. I knew for whatever it is that I wanted to happen, that it's possible, no matter how impossible it would have been, that it actually manifested itself before our eyes. Our means mine and my husband's. We can indeed conjure anything. And a fun fact is that, for instance, all of these beings, such as mermaids and unicorns, they all exist, but they exist behind a veil because we chose to no longer believe in them. And again, we have to be very careful what it is that we choose to believe in. Another thing that I've been talking about is that I do not believe in demons. They just don't exist in my life. They never did. I've been able to see beyond the veil my entire life. I had a very active extrasensory perception. And I've never believed in demons, even though I've been seeing and I've been followed by dark shadow beings and so on and so forth. But I just never gave them the power or the name of demons. On the other hand, I know people who do believe in demons and who have experienced them and seen them, but that is because they are real to them. So anything that is real to us and that we believe in truly exists. And I mean absolutely anything. So if you wish to begin to take charge of your mind, of your essence, of your being, of your reality, if you wish to begin to co-create your reality, the first step is to become aware of yourself, become aware of your body, become aware of your thoughts, of your emotions, get to know yourself, who it is that you truly are, get to know your core values, understand yourself, what thoughts are yours, what behaviors are yours, what patterns belong to your ancestors and to people around you, what has been imprinted on you from the outside, what is it that you need to take off, to shed, and what is it that remains. And once you find that, you can begin to create your reality, your personal reality. And you do so with your thoughts that trigger your emotions, that then govern your actions. And of course, instruct your bodies as well. Your emotions are also instructing your body. So they are affecting your health. This is how we can create stress in our body, but we can also release the stress. We are all co-creating our reality, and that is how powerful our mind is. Most of us, though, are unconscious creators, and the trick here is to regain your sovereignty, to take your power back, and to become a conscious creator and director and crafter of your reality. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to type them in the comments below. And if you're interested in getting to know yourself and releasing some of those programs that no longer serve you, I'm offering some free material on my website, as well as one-on-one sessions where we are diving deep within your soul and hoping you reconnect with your higher self. Again, thank you so much for being here. I bid you a most wonderful moment of the infinite now, and take care. Bye.